If you had to guess, how many total malicious hackers would you guess exist in the world? 5,000, 100,000, a million, 10 million? Do you even really want to know? Well, I hope so, because otherwise this episode is kind of worthless. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode where we are going to take a look at the shutdown of the dark web Hydra platform by German authorities. Governments, local authorities, ISPs, and hosting companies are taking extreme steps to stamp out illegal activities by cyber gangs. One day it's a hacker forum, another day it's a hacker group, the next it's some illegal e-commerce platform selling drugs and stolen credit cards. What we learn from the seizure of these platforms might actually blow your mind. If you have used any of these seized platforms or done any work with any of these disrupted cyber gangs, you just might want to start getting some of your effects in order because they can find you. You might remember the episode I did about the FBI seizing billions in Bitcoin from Ilya Lichtenstein and Heather Morgan. They were allegedly trying to launder billions of dollars of cryptocurrencies stolen from Bitfinex years prior. Now, they were basically converting it into gift cards and stuff like that. It could take a while, but anyway. So they were traced when the FBI was sifting through data they seized after taking down a dark web commerce platform just like Hydra. They found one transaction, and the transaction used a Bitcoin that was later found out to be one of the stolen Bitcoin from the Bitfinex heist. And that let the authorities trace everything back to Ilya Lichtenstein. Now, in case you missed the episode on the capture of the bandits in the Bitfinex crypto heist and you want to watch it, the link is above. It's in the comment sections at the end of the episode. Today, we're going to take a look at Hydra and what we and authorities can learn from the data. Now, I hope you watched the full episode, but if not, you can now skip directly to my insights at the end of the episode, right from the timeline below. For the rest of you, let's go through the story together to get some context and see what we can learn to protect ourselves and others.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
Germany's Federal Criminal Police Office, the Bundeskriminalamt, announced the official takedown of Hydra, the world's largest illegal dark web marketplace that has cumulatively facilitated over $5 billion in Bitcoin transactions to date. That's a lot of sales. Bitcoins attributed to the marketplace amounting to approximately 23 million euro at the current price were seized in this takeover. Blockchain analytics firm Elliptic confirmed that the seizure occurred on April 5th, 2022 in a series of 88 transactions totaling 543.3 Bitcoin. The agency attributed the shutdown of Hydra to an extensive investigation operation conducted by its Central Office for Combating Cybercrime in partnership with the United States. Congratulations! You're doing a great job by wanting to learn about Hydra. I appreciate your support by watching my episode about it. If you're new to my channel and have not already, please consider subscribing to my channel and smashing the bell to be notified when I upload new episodes where I give you insights into the newest important cybersecurity news stories like this one. With my insights, you can be better prepared to protect your company, your family, and of course, yourself against these and other cyber attacks. So hit that subscribe button now and let's continue learning about this story together. Launched in 2015, Hydra was a Russian-language darknet marketplace that opened as a competitor to the now-defunct Russian anonymous marketplace known as RAMP. Primarily known for its high-traffic narcotics market before expanding their focus to peddling forged documents and stolen credit cards. Cybercriminals now used it to conduct illicit sales of stolen credit cards, SIM cards, and counterfeit documents and IDs, among other offerings, as well as to obfuscate their own digital transactions through regional exchanges and extended money laundering tactics, Flashpoint noted in a May 2021 report. Hydra's annual transaction volumes are estimated to have crossed $1.6 billion by the end of 2021, marking a rise from a mere $6.6 million in 2016. Over 19,000 seller accounts were registered on the marketplace. The dark web shop, which is believed to have had a turnover of $424.2 million for the first 3 months of 2022, also featured a Bitcoin bank mixer, which obfuscated all digital transactions made on the platform. A seizure ban says the platform and the criminal content have been seized by the Federal Criminal Police Office on behalf of the Attorney General's office in Frankfurt am Main in the course of an international coordinated law enforcement operation. So, what can we learn? Well, for one thing, there's probably a ton of people that are sweating bullets right now, that's for sure. I don't buy illegal drugs on the dark web, or stolen credit cards for that matter, so I'm cool, calm, and collected without a care in the world about this Hydra platform being taken down. One of the things I did think about was the money laundering that this platform was doing that is now closed to hackers. Where do they now go to wash their crypto? And besides those types of implications of a platform that does $1.6 billion in annual revenue being taken offline for cyber gangs, this article had me wondering about another specific question. How big is the pool of people attacking my network on a daily basis, and how can you take the maximum number out of the equation? When have you ever seen an estimate about how many professional malicious hackers there are out there? If I have an idea about what quantity I'm facing, I could better evaluate my current cybersecurity defenses, and also I can use this newfound information to convince the big boss, Mr. So-and-so, there are about X million people that can attack us every day, all day. Can I maybe get some more budget to improve my cybersecurity? Of course, you have to show him or tell her all the things that attackers can do or get, and the trouble they can cause, but that number is a much better reflection of the threat than, saying there's, 1,300 known cyber gangs like Hive and F-38, whatever. If you're in a war, you kind of need to know how many soldiers your enemy has and where they're positioned. Can you even venture a guess as to how big the malicious hacker army is? I've seen numbers anywhere from 50,000 up to 12 million worldwide. Now, yes, of course, it depends if you're talking about script kiddies versus the mafia-run or state-run attackers or other big bad wolves out there. We know that from certain well-known cybersecurity companies, there are roughly 1,300 different prominent hacker groups around the world being tracked. But if we don't even have a reference point for the actual true number of individuals, then, how can we even begin to plan and protect ourselves? From the article we just reviewed, we saw that there were 19,000 seller accounts on the platform. Now, that number on its own is not super impressive, but imagine that each seller account is linked to one hacker group, and a hacker group can be anywhere from one person up to 10 or 20 people. Now, if we just take, say, a randomly pre-selected number like 5 and say, that's a calculated average group size, or try to act intelligent, we're talking about 100,000 hackers. If we use 20, we're talking about 400,000 hackers as an upper limit. Now, those numbers are just sellers on that platform, or part of seller groups on that platform. What about all the buyers? So far, buyer numbers have not been published. Now, the German authorities have data about 19,000 seller accounts that could potentially lead to them taking 100,000 people out of our hacker pool, plus, of course, all the buyers. Now, that is a pretty big jackpot, and add to that the recent takedown actions against UNICC, Canadian headquarters, and 4 Russian carding shops. There's Firm Shop, Skyfraud, Trump Stumps, and UAS. That's specialized in the sales of stolen credit cards, and you have potential massive data source that could lead a very large group of hackers being taken out of the business. Of course, if the authorities can put all the puzzle pieces together, and find them. So, what kind of data can authorities get from this treasure trove of a commerce platform like Hydra? Well, any commerce platform has IP addresses, registered user account information, and oftentimes payment information. From that payment information, it is usually a quick jump to a real person. Considering most hackers use crypto wallets, it might not be that quick of a jump, but you could take like a crypto wallet and say use an injunction or other legal avenue with the wallet provider to get access to other data that maybe lead to the person. Or, at least you could trace the wallet as well as certain transactions, like they did with Ilya Lichtenstein in the Bitfinex hack that I mentioned in the beginning of this episode. So now we can see that through taking down one platform, we can not only potentially take hundreds of thousands of hackers out of the game, but we can also cripple critical services like money laundering. We could take those cripple them, take them out of the picture so that existing hackers cannot spend the money that they stole. With that, I say thanks again for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already, and smash the bell if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.
Don't forget to ride!